In this episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast, today we're going to talk about loneliness. I know that's a very general term, and when I say it, you might think something but you might not be totally accurate with it. But we're going to get into this because I do work with a lot of clients who experience loneliness.
Okay.
So we're going to get into that. And like I said, it's not quite what you might think it might be.
I'm just reminded of a song from Bigger, Badder, and Uncut from South Park.
Yes.
It's called Ronery.
Right.
Yes.
Ronery. Yes.
Ronery.
Yes. Yeah. And as usual, we're giving away free stuff. Hang in there, folks. We will be right back.
This sounds like something for the authorities in Detroit.
Well, joke's on you. I'm living to 102 and then dying, like the city of Detroit.
Guys like this antique over here out of Detroit.
Spawned in the hellfires of Motown. Take him to Detroit.
No, not Detroit. No, please. Anything but that. No.
Stationed in Drambuie. It's worse than Detroit.
We did not have, as a unit, the confidence that we felt like we needed to beat Detroit.
Let's go to Detroit.
Now you're talking, brother.
I don't think so. He plays for Detroit now.
Do they have many farms in Detroit?
Detroit. It's in Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is.
Get ready for the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright, originating from the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. He has hypnotized thousands of people from all over the United States. David R. Wright has been featured on news outlets all across the country and is the clinical director of an outpatient mental health and hypnosis clinic located just south of Detroit, where he helps people daily using the power of hypnosis. Welcome, the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright.
What is going on, my friends? This is David Wright, the Motor City Hypnotist. We're here with another episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast.
Yes, you are. And might I say you're looking very Scottish this evening.
Thank you, Matt. I'm wearing my flannel. Those of you who can't see the video, if you're on Facebook Live, you could be watching us right now.
You could be.
So if you're listening to the audio, join us on Facebook Live every Monday evening, right around 8 o'clock. Be a part of the show.
Please
hop in and comment and ask questions and be involved and have a discussion, and it's all good.
More the merrier.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're here in the Podcast Your Voice Southfield Studios.
Please.
As we do every Monday or close to every Monday, enjoying a little beverage and hanging out.
You know what? You've been joining our Man Cave Happy Hour the past.
I have.
I
like sitting in. It's kind of like a warm up. I get to try whatever you're tasting that for that episode. And yeah, it's nice.
It's good to have you here early. We know we're going to be on time.
Right, exactly. It's not a rush, you know. And plus, I just like hanging out and, because you're how do I put it? I'm not driving, so I can just kind of hang out and enjoy it.
I'm driving. Everything else. You sit down and just do whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And you just speak your mind. But I got to tell you, I'm sounding really good right now.
Yeah, your voice is.
But no, honestly. We're going to talk about loneliness.
Yes.
And I don't feel lonely when I'm sitting here with you.
Oh, that's good.
Because I'm engaged.
Yes.
And I'm sure that's going to be a part of the vernacular that we're going to talk about when we talk about loneliness, is just keep people around you that you trust and that you enjoy being around.
Sure.
So that might be something we might talk about. I don't know.
Well, we may get there, and we're gonna talk a lot about it. So we'll get to it.
Let's go.
Before we get started, let me tell you where you can find me, folks. My website is motorcityhypnotist.com. We are weeks away from prom season starting.
Yeah. Our middle daughter's got prom coming up here pretty soon. Oh,
nice.
They're going dress shopping. They invited grandma, so it's a thing.
Yes,
so let's
absolutely. So shows are coming up. I just booked a show. Actually, I'm doing a show for Marshall High School in May. But I just booked that one today. So we are still getting show requests coming in.
I love that.
So reach out through the website. You'll get a quote within minutes. First of all, let me know if I'm even available on the date you're requesting. That's the important thing. So that's why you need to do it quickly, because again, dates are filling up very fast. My social media, Facebook and YouTube, are both Motor City Hypnotist. Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok are all Motor City Hypno. That's HYPNO. And as we've done all the way back to episode number 1, we're giving away a free hypnosis guide. Text the word hypnosis to 313-800-8510. Again, that's 313-800-8510. Within a few moments, you'll receive a text with a attached PDF. It's a hypnosis guide that I've written. And also you'll get a link to my Google business page where you can leave a review. And reviews are very much appreciated. If you listen, if you enjoy what we do, maybe it's your first time listening, but if you enjoy it, please leave a review. And whatever platform you're on, listening to the audio, whether it be Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify,
hit the like button.
Hit the whatever it is there.
Follow,
link, subscribe, give blood, whatever it is.
Pay money. I don't care.
Yeah. And on your platform, leave a review, because that is important. Like I said, if reviews really help us grow the show and get out to more people.
Yes, please.
All righty. That is all the
that's the business.
That's all the business stuff.
Before you share,
yes.
When I was going through broadcast school decades ago, one of the things that they told us never to say when talking about commercials, going into a commercial break, they said, never say we have to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
That's a no-no in the industry.
Okay.
And I'm saying it out loud.
Right? Yeah. But we don't pay bills here.
No,
so
we don't.
That's good.
We really don't. But the fact is, excuse me, what are we talking about? What is the winner of the week? Help me be inspired. Go.
Okay. You're going to like this one.
Please.
A 19-year-old man gave up his supermarket job for a side hustle as Spider-Man.
What the actual?
And now earns in 1 hour what he used to make in a full 8-hour day at the grocery store.
What the actual S? I'm just...
Nate Frindle.
Okay, Nate.
Started his superhero gig 3 years ago after he dressed up as the character to see the latest film. When he arrived in costume at his local movie theater, he said he was greeted by applause and encouraged to do a backflip. And when he did, the crowd went wild.
Because he could.
Yes.
All right.
After telling his parents in Surrey, England about the encounter, he made the decision to build a new freelance gig as a superhero impersonator. He spent over $900 on a high-quality suit. And since then, his business has skyrocketed.
Wow.
I absolutely love doing it. To see kids really happy that I've made their party and turned up to surprise them is great. It has paid off too, he told SWNS News Agency. I am booked up for children's parties every weekend in March. It's lovely to see kids smile because the realism of the suit, they genuinely think I am Spider-Man. So they get a big thrill.
Okay.
Working at the supermarket checkout, he was paid $12.40 an hour. But now he charges $75 for a 30-minute meet and greet and $150 for an hour. Some folks pay $250 for an hour party package with games and photos, or $300 for a 2-hour party.
Wow.
People are always surprised. They usually think it's cool that I do this. My friends used to make fun of me, but I'm making good money. I also really enjoy it. So I'm not really bothered by other people's opinions.
You know what?
Which is good for him.
Right. He's making more money than what he originally was making at the grocery store. Go on.
In a commitment to his performances, which involve walking on his hands and backflips, he's now purchased 2 more suits. To promote his business, Nate attends lots of local events in costume and gives out his business cards, and he also posts on local Facebook groups. For his long-term dreams, Nate works with music on the side with hopes of becoming a producer, and has taken up acting as an extra and dabbling in comedy with his cousins on TikTok, where they've tallied 10,000 followers.
Wow.
He encourages other young people who have business ideas to take a superhero leap and start their own business. I would 100% recommend doing a side hustle or a freelancing gig. Not many people know that I know are doing what I'm doing. I don't like hospitality or retail jobs. So if you can find a niche in the market, then you're going to get better money for it. And
is there a picture?
There is.
Oh.
In the classic Spider-Man pose.
All right. Go on.
There's
right.
Nate.
Yeah, he's got the superhero pose. Yep, there it is. Yep.
And that suit looks pretty good.
It does.
I mean, it doesn't look like a
it's not
Spirit Halloween costume.
No, it's not.
No.
He's got. See, here's the thing. You can't be 350 pounds doing this. No, he's got the body build. He's got the stance. He's got the athleticism.
Yes,
for it,
yes. Well,
right?
and the fact that he can be acrobatic, he can do backflips. That's important. I mean,
absolutely.
Like I said. So I gotta go back a little way. So I was doing a fair in Pennsylvania. This had to be, geez, it's been a while, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. But part of that gig, part of my week at the fair, they wanted a character also. Okay. So my buddy that I work with often, he couldn't do it. So he gives me his leftovers, like if he's double booked or whatever.
I got you. I'm with you.
So he called me about a month before this gig and he said, "Hey, I forgot to tell you, we have to get a character. We have to do a character at the fair as well." And I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding me."
What character did you decide upon?
So again, my buddy had costumes. He had an Iron Man suit that he had used or purchased and was using.
Who was going to wear said costume?
But when they asked, they said, "Can you do Captain America?" And he said, "Sure," not knowing we had no costume. We had nothing.
Who wore the costume?
I did.
Oh.
So I did double duty, doing 2 hypnosis shows a day, and then strolling 3 times a day throughout the fairgrounds
as Captain America.
So, and here's the thing: at that point,
so you were
I was at the heaviest I've ever weighed at that time.
So you were a Walmart Chris Evans.
Yes.
Is that what you're telling me?
So I was probably a bit over. Probably I'm going to say right around 205, 210
See,
pounds.
that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, but in that suit, it's all in the middle. It's all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The gut.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I had to order costumes. I just ordered a bunch to see which one was going to work best. And there was this old style one, like you'll know what I'm talking about. It's got the really light blue from head to toe, and then. But it was the whole thing was skin tight though.
That's what Stanley got fired because that costume was stolen.
Right. Yes. So I tried it on. I'm like, yeah, this one's not going to work. So anyway, that was my dubious flirtation with being a superhero. But I did do it for a week, 3 times a day for a week.
You pulled it off. You pulled it off.
I did it, I did. The costume was okay. It wasn't. I'm going to say it was the middle of the road as far as quality, but the shield I got I didn't spare any expense. I spent $200 on the shield. It is metal. It is beautiful. I still have that at home. So
fantastic. But yeah, you know what? To portray Spider-Man, make a couple more bucks.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
more
do
than
something you love.
Yeah,
and again, it's for the kids.
Yeah.
It's always for the kids.
Always
for the kids. Anyway, that is definitely our winner of the week.
How winning is done.
So I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And it's going to make total sense.
Yes. I'm
glad that he dressed up as Spider-Man and not Aquaman, because he wouldn't make nearly more money.
Oh, no. I mean, he would make some, but if you're talking about kids' favorite superheroes, Spider-Man and Batman are the top 2.
Sure.
By far.
Aquaman's going to get you.
It's like saying you're going to dress up as oh God, I'm just trying to think of some obscure, weird
Wonder Twin powers activate.
I'm going to dress up as Moon Knight.
Okay.
And people are going to be like, who? What?
No,
because
don't shut me up.
If you dress up as Aquaman, you're going to be lonely because you're not as popular as Spider-Man.
You're not as popular as Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah, and you're Aquaman.
What kind of stupid wiener name is that?
So help me understand why we're talking about loneliness.
Okay.
And
so
why before you start, why did you pick this topic?
Okay. So whenever I prepare for shows, I kind of have a list of ideas in my head, and then I also make just a Word doc with possible like show subjects or content.
Okay.
So I was just doing some reading earlier, probably a couple weeks ago, and one of the YouTubers I follow, he's a psychiatrist, but he's got a huge YouTube following. So he was talking about how loneliness is becoming an epidemic. And we're going to get into details, but he attributed in large part to the proliferation of social media and being able to contact people on your phone rather than face to face.
Yeah, text messaging, SMS,
Facebook Messenger,
all
WhatsApp. There's so many communications. Telegram. There's so many different apps to communicate with people.
Any app that you have, PayPal, eBay, whatever, you can communicate on the sidelines.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he kind of, and he had his own take on it, but I do see a lot of clients that I work with, and many of them are suffering from loneliness. They just feel, like they have no connections. They're isolative. So it's just, I've seen it a lot more over the last, I'm going to say 10 years or so.
Is that based on their lifestyle or their choices?
Probably a little of both, because, if somebody's suffering with depression or anxiety or any other type of mental illness, a lot of times you tend to isolate because it's one, if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, if you're depressed, you don't feel like going out. And if you're anxious, you don't feel like going out for two different reasons, but the result's the same. You really don't get out and socialize. And I feel like even kids, and I hate sounding like the old man down the block, but my son's 23.
Right.
He doesn't hang out with friends. He doesn't go out with friends and go to the bar and hang out.
Do you reflect back on with him and say, okay, and you see this, you're trying to push him out there, get him out there. You're like, listen, when I was 23, I was going out and I was having fun and doing things. I wasn't getting stupid crazy, but I was still going out and experiencing life. So people that are isolating themselves, they're cutting themselves off from life.
Yeah. In a sense they are. So what we're going to explore in this episode is why it's becoming so common, or more common than it ever has before. We're going to talk about the psychology when you feel disconnected or when you feel isolated. And then we're going to talk about some really practical ways to rebuild connections with people, with individuals.
Okay. I like that.
And here's the thing. A lot of times people are surrounded by other people, whether it be family, whether it be your work circle, whether it be your group of friends. But even with all those things, many people still feel alone. They still feel lonely because they're not really making connections with these people.
That's really interesting for you to say, because there are a lot of circles that people react in, or they activate in, or they're part of. It could be, like you said, family. It could be the social scene, the bar scene. It could be the podcast scene. It could be anything, but they don't feel connected.
Yep. And it's kind of like you're around people, but you don't feel connected to them.
And that's my question is, what is making them not feel connected?
And we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually.
All right.
So, but here's the thing: you can, and I'm one of these people, and I can disclose myself. I like being by myself sometimes.
Oh, of course.
So spending time by yourself in and of itself is not a bad thing. Sometimes people just like their alone time. They feel peaceful. They feel like they get fulfilled. They work on things they want to work on or do. So that in and of itself is not bad. Loneliness, and I'm going to read this because I want to get this quote right. Loneliness is actually the gap between the connection you want and the connection you feel.
Okay.
I'm going to say it one more time.
Please. I was going to say, repeat
Loneliness is the gap between the connection you want and the connection you feel.
So you're not getting anything out of what's going on out there.
You're not getting what you want. As far as connections go.
So does that mean your expectations might be too high?
That's a possibility. So let me give you some examples. So say that you have a lot of friends. Let's just assume that.
Yeah.
But even with all of these friends, you feel like nobody really understands you or connects with you. You might be in a relationship, because a lot of people will say, well, you're in a relationship, you shouldn't feel lonely. But a lot of times in relationships, people feel more lonely because there's no emotional connection there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And again, here's the other thing that a lot of times our self-worth or our self-esteem or our image of ourselves is influenced by social media.
That is,
I have 500 friends on Facebook.
So
why am I lonely?
So
yeah, exactly. But it's this false sense of connection.
Yeah.
Because people can say, oh, I have all kinds of friends on Facebook, and I challenge you, and I've done this. I don't know what I have. Part of it is because of what I do, not necessarily as a therapist, because there are definite boundaries there, but doing shows for entertainment purposes.
Sure.
I'm up in front of 500, 3,000 a week at a fair. I'll probably run into at least hundreds of people, and eventually they all try to connect because they, so all that being said, I probably have like 900, 1,000 people on Facebook, but I don't know 99% of them. It's just, people trying to connect because they saw me and I just want to be, yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll be a friend.
Let me call that silos, because you have friends, you've got people that you follow, you've got people that you went to school with, you've got people that you met at the bar or the concert, you got people that you met at a parade, those are silos. And for them not to differentiate those things, those are my close friends, I'm still lonely.
Yeah.
Those are my concert friends, I'm still lonely.
Yeah.
So the capacity to understand that, yeah, I'm sorry you're lonely, but what can we do to bring ourselves to realize that we're lonely? We know we are, but what's that next step, David?
Yep. So a lot of mental health therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, anybody in the mental health field, that they can describe loneliness as a signal. And I'll use an analogy. It's like a hunger signal. When you're hungry, you feel it and you want to eat. Just as hunger signals the need for food, loneliness signals the need for connection.
Okay.
And a lot of times people are desperate for connection. They just don't know. Maybe they don't know how to do it.
And that's what I'm trying to get to, is like those silos. Okay. How do I find connection to get away from this feeling of loneliness? Yes.
So why is loneliness increasing? And we kind of mentioned that, and I'm going to recap just a real quick, because I mentioned social media illusion. It creates the appearance that we're all connected, but that's not what it does.
Sure.
In fact, I would say social media makes people feel more disconnected because they see things that are unrealistic or fantastical. And when I say that, I mean, people portray what they want you to see. It's not reality.
No. So LinkedIn, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, those are business related resources. That's all they are.
Well, they're designed to be that. That's not what they're used for.
That's my point.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And people look at it as, oh, I'm connected. No, you're just looking at everyone else because that's their source of business, and keep you involved and engaged.
And this is what happens. And you see it. I see it with clients that you end up just scrolling endlessly instead of finding real connection with people.
Sure.
Because that's the psychological addiction just to this quick, interaction.
Do you know how many videos I've seen of carpet cleaning videos?
Yes.
The ASMRs,
those. Yes.
Oh my God.
I know.
I find myself watching them because I'm a clean freak, and I'm like, get it clean.
Do you know the other thing I've gotten? I've just, every once in a while, I go through these spurts and I get stuck on something. I don't know why I'm stuck on watching these videos of these sovereign citizens getting pulled over by the police.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Yes.
What's your algorithm
It is
look like?
just fascinating.
Wow.
Because these
people just think
they're going to get out of any trouble.
I get carpet cleaning videos, and whose line is it anyway?
I get a lot of those.
And you're getting people getting pulled over?
Oh no, I watch a lot of court stuff, like a lot of court hearings or police videos.
Zuckerberg has your ticket.
Yeah, they know my algorithm for sure.
They do.
Here's the other reason I think loneliness is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
As adults, it's much harder to make friends. When we're young, school creates a natural environment to connect with people.
Sure.
You're all the same age. You're all in the same class. You're all from the same area.
Yeah.
It just fosters people connecting because you're there every day with the same people over and over again throughout your school career.
In all honesty, I had a conversation with somebody today, and it was their kid and someone else's kid that when they were in kindergarten, these two people were brought together by the teacher and said, I feel that your kids should have a play date and hang out more because they are so good together in class.
Yeah.
And these families came together because a teacher said, I think your kid should hang out more because they interact and they're very engaging with one another.
And there's a good teacher to even recognize that and move that on.
And that's part of it. It's the social interaction, not on social media.
Right.
In person, the social interaction that we have to really pay attention to. So I'm sure you're going to talk about a little bit of that.
Yep. So, I mean, again, as adults, our work schedules are, everybody has different work schedules. As adults, we spread out as far as distance and locations, and our responsibilities increase. We have to get jobs. We have to take care of families and a spouse. So
maybe
as kids, it's just easy because it's built in. As adults, you really have to work if you want to make friends with someone.
What I find really extraordinary is the gentleman that we talked about in the winter of the week last week. He was moving from somewhere on the East Coast and moving to a job on the West Coast, right? He lost his dog in the process and got it back, right?
Oh, okay.
But when you go through a major life change, a career change from, you might be in the same career, but going from one company to another, but it's on the opposite ends of the country.
Yeah.
That in itself could cause loneliness.
Sure.
So it takes the person to recognize, yes, I'm going to move to a new spot. What do I do? What are some of the things that somebody could do to not get to that point of, I feel lonely because I moved and made a choice in my career? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that folks can do?
Well, we're going to get there.
Oh,
I know. No, it's okay. It's okay. We are going to get there. Don't worry.
I just wanted to.
No, I know. You want to get there and fix it.
I want answers.
But I want to make sure that everybody understands.
Okay, go on.
Because here's the thing: loneliness doesn't just affect emotions; it affects your stress level, your sleep quality, your immune function, and again, it fosters other mental health challenges such as anxiety and depression. So here's the thing: when people feel chronically lonely, when they feel like they have no connections, the brain kind of shifts into this social threat mode. And what I mean by that is people just assume rejection before it even happens, so they don't try.
Wow.
Yeah.
They assume rejection?
They assume rejection, so it's just easier not to try at all.
Goodness.
Because of that fear.
Wow.
So here's the thing. And these could be minor things. In and of themselves, they're nothing. I shouldn't say nothing. They're very small. But in the case of somebody who's very self-conscious and doesn't have those social connections, if you message somebody and they don't respond for a day or two, you might feel rejected.
A little bit, yeah.
If you have made plans with friends or a friend and they have to cancel for whatever reason, even if it's a good reason, you feel a sense of rejection. You feel like you're not important.
I have opinions to that, and I have thoughts, and I want to say something, but I won't.
Yep.
Because I want to get ourselves to the next spot, next episode.
Well, and what happens when you're into this mindset? It just creates a cycle where you're just reinforcing loneliness over and over again because you already assumed that's what it's going to be.
All right, so let's go back to it. So somebody you make plans with, and they on the day before or the day of, they say, "I'm sorry, I can't."
Yep.
That's not on you.
No,
I want to say, I want to say that aloud.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
That's not on you. That's them saying, I am lonely. I don't feel like I can, right? Or I'm sick, or they come up with an excuse.
Well, I mean, and there might be valid reasons, but that really doesn't matter. It's the perception, and that's the part that we want to focus on.
Okay.
So let's get into how do we connect with people? How do we rebuild this? How do we get out of this loneliness cycle? Here's the thing. We need to focus on depth, not quantity.
Okay, so can you dig a little bit deeper on that?
You don't need, for the best, I guess the best way to say it is you don't need 500 friends. You need a small group that you're really close with.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and I don't want to define that. I'm just saying, you know, 3 or 4 good quality friends are going to do much more than 100 acquaintances
that you trust.
Yeah. Good friends. I mean, if they're good friends, you probably trust them.
And these are people that you will trust to pick up your mail and not open it.
Yep.
That's
absolutely.
Trust.
But here's the thing. A few authentic friendships meet those emotional needs much better than 50 acquaintances.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. And this is the tough thing, because this takes some effort. You need to initiate more. And by that, I'm saying the assumption is that other people aren't interested in connecting with you, and therefore you don't try. Again, it's a self-defeating cycle where you fear rejection, so you don't reach out.
You feel they're not interested. Is that what you said?
Yeah, you feel like you're going to get rejected if you try to befriend someone.
Okay, but because you feel that person doesn't even know you from Adam, or
it just could be a psychological block for you. It could just be, I've been rejected before, so I assume that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Connections with other people, they become more meaningful and deeper when there's a level of trust.
Yes.
And that's what a friendship does.
Yes.
It gives you that space where you can be emotionally safe. And here's the thing. When you meet someone or you're trying to make friends, you don't have to do it all right away. It can be a process, just like any relationship. You don't just say, after a day of knowing somebody, this is my best friend. But the small moments of honesty can help build that over time. So here's the other thing. Connections grow faster when people already share a common interest.
Wow.
So why I'm saying that is there are a lot of places where you can connect with people with similar interests, hobbies. There are all kinds of hobby groups, and I know I'm going back to social media, but we'll go to there for a minute. But there are groups for everything on social media.
Yeah,
you know, there are groups on whatever, groups of dog lovers, cat lovers, hobbies, whatever it is.
Let me take you
a group.
Let me take you a step further. Get away from social media, get away from the internet and what have you. Go to your local YMCA, go to your local community center and see what clubs are going on.
Volunteer organizations, community classes.
There it is.
They're right on my list. Yep. Shared experiences make conversation become easy.
Go and
because you're talking about the same thing.
Go to a freaking food bank and volunteer your time.
Right. So here's a kind of a question to reflect on if you're out there and you're feeling lonely. Where in your life can you make genuine connections with people? So maybe it's reaching out to somebody you've lost contact with. Maybe you had a close friend from high school that you haven't talked to in 20 or 30 years. Being more open with a friend, just again, trying to deepen that relationship and make it more safe, I guess is the best way to put it.
Okay.
And again, even joining different communities, different things. Just during the man cave, we were talking about organizations like Knights of Columbus, and the Moose, and all these other
the Elks,
and
Knights of Columbus. Catholics without basements.
There are all kinds of organizations where you can connect with people. So joining a new community can also help you. So here's the thing: small actions make transformations. Over time.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Absolutely. So, and the big thing to know is loneliness is not a failure. It's a signal that makes us, tells us we need to connect with other people.
Right.
That's what it's saying.
Okay.
And you're right. Building new relationships, it takes time. There's risk. You can be rejected. That's a possibility, but that's okay. Because here's the thing. Not everyone is going to like you. That's just a fact of life.
That's the exact sentence that went through my head.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to like you.
And that's okay.
You could be the sweetest young lady, the sweetest guy. You could wear your heart on your shoulder.
I mean,
on your shoulder.
There are probably people who hated Mother Teresa.
Of course.
But you'd say how, but I'm sure there were.
Gandhi, get out of here.
Yeah.
No, you could wear your heart on your sleeve. And you know what? If they don't see the connection, that's okay. Move on. Because there is somebody out there that will.
Yeah.
And it takes time to find those friends that do see your heart on your sleeve and that do see that you are a caring human being of other people. It's just not all about you. And that's where a lot of loneliness comes from. What about me? What about me?
Yeah.
It's not about you.
Right.
It's about how you interact with people.
Yep, absolutely. And just as you say that, Matt, I'm going to tell you how to do that in Loneliness Part 2, which is our next episode, which we're going to do right now. And I'm going to give you some very specific things that you can implement to try to address your feelings of loneliness.
Yeah. And go on.
So those of you on Facebook Live, stick around. We're doing another episode. Those of you listening to audio, you can skip ahead to the next episode, or if it's not there, it will be there on Tuesday or Thursday, whichever comes first. Before we go, somebody needs a home.
Who would it be?
Seamus.
Seamus,
not the wrestler.
Well, it is. We are getting close.
We're getting close to St. Patty's Day, so
yes.
that's kind of the reason I picked this name. But I want the dog too. So Seamus was born in 2020, so he's about 5-6 years old.
Okay,
give or take.
Okay,
lab mix, neutered, 60 pounds, dog friendly, selective.
Okay, well, most labs are
cat friendly, unknown, kid friendly, over 8 years old.
Okay,
but Seamus needs a home.
Look at that face. Hi, you want me? I love that. I really enjoy that picture.
I know. I thought that picture was fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks like a bat.
Yeah. His ears are very, His ears kind of reflect the breed that his mom or dad were.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So anyway, Seamus needs a home. DetroitDogRescue.com/adopt. Come on,
Seamus.
Come on, Seamus needs a place to stay.
Come on, he's adorable.
I know. He's
6 years old and he wants to be loved.
He wants a forever home.
Yes, he does.
So go get him. DetroitDogRescue.com/adopt.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that is our show for today. Join us for our next episode. We talk about loneliness, part 2. Change your thinking, change your life, laugh hard, run fast, be kind. We'll see you next time.
You look like you're ready to go.
Let's go.
All right, here we are.
Here we go. In this episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast, we are talking about the loneliness epidemic. This is part 2. If you didn't listen to part 1, you can jump back an episode or listen to this one and you can catch that one after we're done here. Either way works. You get all the information. But we are talking specifically today, if you're experiencing loneliness, what are some specific things that you can do to try to help yourself?
Okay.
And as usual, we're giving away free stuff. Hang in there, folks. We'll be right back.
This sounds like something for the authorities in Detroit.
Well, joke's on you. I'm living to 102 and then dying, like the city of Detroit.
Guys like this antique over here out of Detroit.
Spawned in the hellfires of Motown. Take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
Stationed in Drambuie. It's worse than Detroit.
we did not have as a unit the confidence that we felt like we needed to beat Detroit.
Let's go to Detroit. Now you're talking, brother.
I don't think so. He plays for Detroit now.
Do they have many farms in Detroit?
Detroit to Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is.
Get ready for the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright, originating from the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. He has hypnotized thousands of people from all over the United States. David R. Wright has been featured on news outlets all across the country and is the clinical director of an outpatient mental health and hypnosis clinic located just south of Detroit, where he helps people daily using the power of hypnosis. Welcome, the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright.
What is going on, my friends? It is David Wright, the Motor City Hypnotist. We're back with another episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast.
You better be.
That is Matt Fox, the other voice you hear.
Hello, David.
We're hanging out here on a Monday evening, having a drink, doing a podcast here in the palatial Podcast Your Voice Southfield Studios.
Okay, so this has been a great day.
Good.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So tell me about it.
I'm not lonely at all.
Okay, good.
No, I just wanted to say it's been a great day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
That's
I want to take care of some of this stuff first before we dive into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So we're here. Let me tell you where you can find me first. My website is motorcityhypnotist.com. Check it out. Shows are booking fast for prom and grad season. We're coming right up to it. We're just a few weeks out of the first prom of the year. So if you have a date, make sure you go to the website. You can get a quote within minutes and also see if the date's available. That's the other might be challenging thing. Although with grad nights, grad nights can be on weeknights and weekends. It's not just on Saturdays. So graduation days fluctuate widely. So chances are there's still many dates open. Let's say that. So check that out. Definitely book it now so you make sure that you have your entertainment for your post-prom or your post-grad night party. My social media links, Facebook and YouTube, are both Motor City Hypnotist. Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok are all Motor City Hypno. That's HYPNO. And as we've done every episode going back to number 1, free hypnosis guide. Text the word hypnosis to 313-800-8510. Within a few moments, you will get a text. It will have a downloadable PDF. That's the hypnosis guide. And it will also give you a link to my Motor City Hypnotist business page where you can leave a review. That would be super helpful. Please do that when you get a chance. And wherever you're listening, whatever platform you're on, Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, connect, like, subscribe, whatever it is on your platform, and also leave a review on the podcast there, because that gets us in front of more people because people see it and we grow our audience. All right.
Okay, winner of the week.
Winner of the week.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's how winning is done.
I see snow.
Yes.
I see a lot. I see a lot of snow.
Yep.
There has to be an animal involved.
It is.
Okay.
So a group of snowmobilers in New Hampshire saved a young moose doe who needed a helping hoof.
A moose?
A moose.
They're
Yes.
in okay.
Yes.
I know what a moose looks like.
Uh-huh.
I've seen a moose when I lived in Alaska. I didn't know moose were in New Hampshire. I might be naive on that, but
well, unless he took a bus,
okay,
he's there.
Go on.
I mean, yeah,
I
guess.
Go okay.
Returning home for lunch after a morning zipping over the drifts 4 to 5 feet deep, Mike Dion told WMUR News that he and his friends came across an unexpected sight, a moose buried up to its neck in snow.
In New Hampshire?
Yes.
Okay.
It was clearly in trouble. All they could see was its snout and the tuft of its mane above its panicked eyes.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at their cell phone, no service, Dion said.
Oh, boy.
We couldn't call Fish and Game because that was our first thought. Well, if we don't do anything, Dion remembers thinking, the moose is probably not going to make it. Approaching cautiously, they found the animal was exhausted but calm. It had clearly been attempting to free itself without success, and Dion and his friends weren't even sure if its hoofs were on solid ground or not.
Right.
Slowly, they began to dig the moose out, needing about 20 minutes on their hands and knees to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we got her up and got her going, and she seemed to be in all good health, Dion said. I think she was happy. She wasn't aggressive or nasty. That's what we were worried about at first.
It's a moose doe. It's a
Right.
it's a baby moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
It's a moose.
After it was freed, the snowmobiler stuck around 10 minutes or so to make certain she was steady before they returned home.
Mm-hmm.
A Fish and Game Department official told WMUR that moose are dangerous animals when cornered, spooked, or provoked.
Yes, they are.
The best course of action, she recommended, if you were to find yourself in the same situation, is to call the department.
Mm-hmm. Which
they tried to do. The story is reminiscent of a story GNN covered in 2024 where snowmobilers in Anchorage dug a moose out that was trapped, but needed hours to free that beast as it had fallen and then frozen into the ice of Frozen Creek.
Wow. You see, and that's where I know moose is from living in Alaska. I was in Anchorage, and I know what moose are. I know what moose do. I know how they can they can attack just because. Right. So New Hampshire? I need to study more. David, I need to study more.
Apparently. So
they migrated.
They freed the moose. The moose is fine.
Good.
All good.
What they name her?
They didn't say.
Damn it.
That's how winning is done.
Yes, it is.
So go ahead.
So back to it.
Boom. All right. I just want to share with you.
Yes.
Over the past, 2026? Over the past 5 years, there were times of loneliness with my social friends on the Facebook.
Yep.
All right. It's a silo. That's just a separate thing from my personal life. And that's a understanding that folks have to have when it comes to feeling lonely.
Yes.
That is social media. That has no bearing on what you do on the daily. You wake up, you put your pants on, you go to work, you take care of your business.
Hopefully you put your pants on.
Well, 2 feet at a time,
Oh, great Odin's raven.
But that's the part of loneliness that a lot of folks kind of don't understand when they're feeling lonely. It's because no one on Facebook is liking me, and they don't like my posts and what have you, or Instagram or Threads.
But here's the thing: just imagine, just in general, social media, and let's just take Facebook alone.
Yeah,
and there's who knows how many other social media outlets, but even so, even there, you make a comment, there might be some interaction. But it's surface level. It's all and here's the thing, and I said it in the first episode on loneliness. Social media is a projection of what you want people to see.
Sure.
It is not necessarily what you're really feeling at the time.
Right.
So it is skewed. And there is some it's not accurate sometimes.
So let me nerd out for a second. Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah.
Starbuck.
Yep.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
Do you know what she's been doing for the past week and a half?
I just saw her. Oh, what? I just saw her.
She is watching Battlestar Galactica for the first time.
Yes, that's what I saw. Yes.
And, people comment or what have you. If you comment, do you expect to get a reaction?
You hope.
No,
I mean,
you shouldn't hope.
Well, I know,
and that's the whole point of what we're talking about with social media. You make a comment, you have an interest in the show that she was in.
Yes,
and she is now watching her character in the show that she was in for the very first time. You want to be a part of it. You make a comment. If she doesn't respond, who fucking cares?
Well, but here's the thing: somebody like her, there's probably going to be thousands of comments.
So
it's impossible to respond.
Who fucking cares at that point? You comment, you know what? I'm glad you're doing this.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say, because you're proud of her for going to the point where she's going to watch herself on television. That in itself takes a lot of fucking guts.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to drop the F-bomb.
But you could say F all you want. Who cares?
But it takes a lot of guts to go back and watch yourself.
What places are you talking about?
You're like, oh my God.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to the loneliness part in social media,
yes,
it should not matter. If you make a comment, you should not expect a reaction.
I mean, yes, you're right, because you may not, chances are you're not going to get a reaction. That's the whole thing. So, but that brings up the question, why it seems like, and this is probably factual, because when I say it seems like, it really is, it's much easier to make friends as children than as adults.
Yeah.
Now, why is that? Well, I'll tell you one thing. One, you're in school. Yeah. Classmates are your built-in friend group.
Hey, David. Yeah. David, do you like Legos?
Yeah, I love Legos.
So do I.
I do too. You wanna build a Lego together?
You want to be friends?
Yeah.
Let's make the Death Star.
My mom's gonna come and pick you up. but that's the whole thing. Your friend group as children are your classmates, your neighbors, whoever's in your direct vicinity in your neighborhood.
Sure.
Because I remember as a kid, Scott lived 2 doors down. Across the street were Debbie and Karen and Sharon, and then 2 doors down from them were David and Randy and Timothy.
You remember all these.
Absolutely, because we spent our whole childhoods together.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point. It's just built in as kids that you have that friend. So classmates, neighbors, teammates, if you've ever done organized sports. I played Little League as a kid. I got friends through there. So here's the thing. As an adult, we don't have, the only thing we have built in necessarily is our jobs. And much of the time, our friendships are dictated by our environment.
Yes.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Your environment when you were a kid was in school or in your neighborhood. Your environment as an adult is at work, or if you have other extracurricular activities. But as an adult, it just, something changes. It suddenly feels awkward or complicated to meet new people.
All right, so we're going to break this down a little bit in this next segment, because we're going to talk about how.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So
absolutely.
So before you get into that, let me share with you that I have been very fortunate, and I recognize that. And it takes a strong person to recognize they're not lonely. They might feel that they're lonely. It takes a strong person to realize, okay, I have a strong network of friends. It's all about the network.
Yes.
You have to have a strong base. You have a strong foundation. You have to have a good network. They talk about that all the time, right? So when I was going through my BS of no longer being married,
yes,
I've kept around my network of friends, and I love these people.
Yeah.
And these people, there were about 25 individuals that helped me put my house up for sale by removing everything that was in the house. It was amazing. And I've contributed to those 25, network of friends, to their causes as well. It's just, we all come together in a moment's notice. Someone can say, I need some help with X, Y, and Z because of X, Y, and Z. And A, B, and C is D, C, and E. We just come together.
Yeah.
And we just support one another. That network, that support group is so incredibly important. And it takes a strong person to rely on that.
Right. And it takes effort too.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing. In our adult lives, we have work, we have family obligations. If you work at a job, you probably have to commute every day.
Sure.
You have personal commitments as far as your own responsibilities and doctor appointments and things that you have to take care of. So friendship relationships with other people often becomes very low on the priority list because you have all these other adult things to worry about.
And I use the number 25 very loosely. It expands.
Yes.
It just continues to expand, but it's a network. It's a resource.
And again, the other challenging thing as an adult is that we even though as kids we have fear of rejection, we never had that, or rarely would it prevent you from doing or talking or being with other people, because it's built in. But as an adult, you have a choice not to interact. As a kid, you're forced into the situation.
Right.
So a lot of times fears of rejection come into play, and that's why maybe people feel like they're awkward or they don't fit in, or what if they don't like me? What if I'm bothering them.
Shut up, Marty.
And here's the thing.
Shut up, Marty.
I know.
No, no, don't shut me up.
He said that back to the movie Back to the Future, when he went back in time and saw his dad, I just can't face that fear of rejection.
Right.
He said that not 2 minutes ago in his own time.
Yes, I know. Yep.
It's exponential. It crosses over generations.
So here's the other challenge that maybe a lot of adults have, and it's skewed based on just information that we consume on a daily basis. Movies, TV shows, even social media. There's this kind of this myth that you meet somebody and you're best friends and you're locked in for life. And honestly, here's the thing. Many studies have been done on this, and it shows that strong friendships have to develop over time. It doesn't happen instantaneously.
No, of course
it doesn't happen immediately.
You know what the number one instigator of a friendship breaking up is? Between two gentlemen. This is your best friend for middle school, elementary school, middle school, high school. Yes, women.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can get that. But again, here's the thing. We can get a whole other
that's why I said it
about
man.
Dysfunctional behaviors.
That's why
in relationships. Yeah. So we'll address that in a podcast.
Did I just find a topic for next time?
You did find a topic.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting. Numerous studies have found that there's a certain amount of time that has to pass before a friendship becomes real.
Yeah.
So what do you think that time frame would be in hours?
Oh,
what do you think?
Hours?
In hours.
From when you meet them to
hours together.
God, I would say at least 100 and something.
Actually, it's not that. It's 50.
Really?
50 hours.
Depends on the person though.
Sure. But I mean, the studies have found that. So the majority of people, it probably takes a minimum of 50 hours to really make a solid friendship.
I found a Toy Story friend.
Yeah.
Within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's still one of my best friends today. Do we talk all the time? No. Do we pick up where we left off the last time? Absolutely. That's a best friend.
Yep. So here's how friendships grow.
Yeah.
Like say you meet somebody, you have something in common. Repeated contact. That's of course what friends do. Shared experiences.
Sure.
And emotional openness. And that's the key one, because a lot of times we can be with people every day and never be emotionally open.
David, was there alcohol involved?
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
And that's a part of it as well.
So consider it. Friendships are not a spark, they're a slow build.
Yes, they are a slow build.
And that's exactly how you should perceive them and address them and approach them.
All right. So thank you for pulling me back. Yes.
So as far as what you have friends, but what friends is a loaded word because it's a very general term.
So let me
But
ask,
if you have what makes a friendship meaningful?
Who's your best friend, David?
Probably my wife.
Okay, so that I love that answer. I really do. Who's your best guy friend?
See, I have that's a tough one because I have a group of guys that I've worked with and that I've known for like 30 years.
Okay.
So I would say Scott and Chris, that they're like,
right.
In fact, my buddy Scott, I'm going out to Shelby Township on Thursday.
Okay.
Because we are. It's a weird sidebar for like 20 or 2 minutes. So I golfed with him. He's golfed since he was a kid.
Okay.
But they do this thing where they have these 4 events throughout the summer, and they're like Ryder Cup type tournaments. So I'm in this group this year. That's the first time I've done this with them because they needed another one. So Thursday we're meeting out in Shelby at one of the indoor golf places as kind of the season kickoff and to establish handicaps.
It's a good area.
So yeah. So that being, like I said, but that's one of my friends I've known for 30 years.
You have guy friends for 30 years that you will do stuff with still because you have a common interest.
Well, But here's the other thing, and I'm gonna add a little bit to that. The reason these friendships have remained is because we've done things together for 30 years. Now, I only see these guys in person. I'm not kidding. Maybe once or twice a year. But
and you picked up where you left off the last time you were together.
But we're all in the same fantasy football league and have been for 30 years.
Sure.
That creates common communication and contact. We hang out at least a couple of times before and after fantasy season to gloat or to celebrate or whatever you want to do.
Or to talk shit about the other guy.
Of course, yeah. So, but there are things that keep us linked together. And that's the other important thing, because, and I'll give you a real life example. My best friend from elementary through high school.
Love that.
So we spent the night at each other's houses. We hung out every day. We played baseball together. We were on the same high school baseball team. So we were just together the whole time. After high school, he went to the Army. I went to college. Still had contact. I went to grad school. He stayed in the service. About, I'm going to say 6-7 years after high school, he came over and visited, and it was like
nothing changed. Yeah.
No. It was like everything changed. It was like we were totally different. It's like we weren't even in the same world. At that point, he had 7 kids.
Wait.
I shouldn't say that.
Is he Catholic or what?
He had a bunch of kids. I think it was 4 by the time he was 30.
All right.
So
and that's
which is fine. But again, our lives just went in different paths.
He had different priorities.
Right.
When you guys came back together after that time of being separated. Okay.
Right. So yeah, we're Facebook friends and we comment, but we're never going to be close friends again because we're just we went in different directions, and that happens sometimes. Friends that you have as a kid are not necessarily going to be your friends for life, even though you feel like they might when you're that age.
I get that.
Yes,
100% get that.
So here's how to build adult friendships. I'm going to give you some specifics.
Go for it.
You have to treat friendship as a priority. It can't just happen. It won't just magically exist unless you work at it.
What you wearing?
Connection often requires planning and scheduling time together. You have to do that. Be the one who initiates. If you're the one who's always waiting for an invitation, then you need to take action. Be the initiator. Here's the problem. Many friendships never develop because neither party takes any action to develop it.
So let me throw a wrench in there.
Yeah.
A lot of friends that you feel you're close to, they'll say, hey, this is happening this weekend. Can you come? You've had plans for 2 months.
Yeah.
And your plans have to happen because you spent money. It's a reservation.
Maybe you're going out of town. Who knows?
How do you let them down so they still come back?
But see, here's the thing. If you're close and you have that emotional connection, and that's what real friends have, your friend would understand that totally.
Good. And that's real life.
But if they don't, that's a red flag.
Correct.
And that's something to be aware of.
Right.
So the best way to foster an adult friendship is repeated contact. That's really what has to happen. Whether that's you hang out once a week and walk, or you meet up once a month for dinner, or maybe you have shared hobbies. I mentioned fantasy football.
Sure.
All the guys in this league have been there for
decades.
4 of us have been there the whole 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's like we just have that constant connection. And here's the thing. Accept that not every friendship is going to be significant or close.
Okay, perfect.
Not every potential friendship is going to be a best friend. It's just a matter of numbers and odds. And that's okay. Here's the thing. You have to find somebody where the connection feels natural.
Right.
If it feels forced or you don't, you can tell, you know what I mean? If you're with somebody and you're like, I'm not sure I like that, you know, and I'm not saying that sounds judgy, and that's not what I mean, but you know, maybe there's some core values that just don't align, and you're just never going to be close friends.
So when your bride listens to this episode,
Yes.
part 2 of loneliness, she is going to want to be your best friend even more.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah.
Because your answer was, who's your best friend?
Yeah.
And it was my wife.
Yep.
And that is, as an individual, you have to have that friend that you 100%, 150% will tell your soul to.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you consider those friends so you don't feel lonely 100% to? You're going to give them 150. You're only going to give them 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's definite silos, and I hate to use that word.
No, but I get it. I understand that. And that's and it's just like any other relationship. If I said to you, okay, get married and just don't worry about anything after that. You don't have to do any work, just coast.
What the did you hit the
it'll never work.
Did you hit the lottery?
No, it's never going to work.
No,
without putting in work, it's not going. And it's the same thing with friendships. So let me give you a couple of reflection questions for listeners who are listening, and just kind of something to take with you.
Go ahead.
Who in your life could become a closer friend if you invested more time?
Not your partner or your wife?
I mean, it could be. Maybe that's the person that you want to become a closer friend with.
What if you're not married?
Maybe it's a best friend.
Okay. So ask the question again in that context.
Who in your life could become a closer friend if you invested more time? The other one, and this is another thought for reflection, meaningful friendships are often nearby. We just haven't nurtured them yet.
Okay.
So there could be possibilities of close friendship with many of your circle, but you haven't put the time in to foster that, to grow that, to invest in it.
Sure. They could be across state lines.
Could be. Yeah. I mean, it could be. Yeah. So I know as an adult, connecting with people can feel challenging, especially a lot of people who deal with social anxiety in low self-esteem. And believe me, I talk to a lot of clients, and here's kind of the sad thing. And this is a pattern, and I can say it from experience. I've seen this probably, I'm going to say in the last 10, 15 years.
Okay.
Young males are lonely. Like I'm talking ages like 18 to 30.
I can see that, and I understand why it's the 18 to 30. It's that's that Gen Z.
And often, I'm making a general statement, but it applies to most all of them. Most of them are they're nice kids. They're very
polite.
They're very timid and very unsure of themselves, and they lack confidence, and they just don't have that the ability to engage socially. So
and their hair is long, and they just don't.
Yeah, sometimes, yes. But it's like, dude, you got a lot going. You got a lot going for you,
right?
And it's just that self-deprecation prevents people from taking that risk and risking rejection. Because here's the thing, that's real. Rejection is real. It's going to happen, and I know that sucks and it doesn't feel good, but if you avoid things for fear of rejection, you're never going to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Of course.
You have to take that risk.
Yeah.
So again, the two things I want you to think about: who in your life could become a closer friend if you invested the time to do so? And who are some nearby meaningful friendships that you haven't nurtured yet, or that you could nurture more?
And you reach out to these individuals. You want to try to nurture these friendships, and if you get rejected, move on to the next.
Absolutely. Because listen, people, that there are billions, millions, billions, trillions, whatever.
What are you, Trump?
Yeah, I know. That's why how did you know I was just trying to make fun
because
of
I know you.
I know. There's a lot of people in the world. Let's just say that. And here's the thing. Not everybody's going to be your best friend. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be a friend. That's okay too.
Right.
Find the people that you connect with that
they get you.
That was the term I was looking for, Matt. That get you, because those are the people that understand and will be supportive and will be meaningful friendships for you.
There's so much that goes into a friendship, that goes into a partnership, that goes into a best friendship, that goes into somebody that you're going to pour your soul to, and how they react to it and how they treat you. you have to pay attention to how they treat you.
Absolutely.
Because if they just blow it off and not ask any questions, that could be a red flag.
Absolutely.
So you really have to protect yourself.
I would kind of even compare this in an analogy. It doesn't fit every category, but it's just like a marriage relationship. You have to work at it. It's not going to just happen. It's the same thing with friendships. You have to put effort in.
Oh yeah.
Both sides
Both sides
have to put effort in. And if one side is not, that is your red flag.
Right.
That tells you something, that this person is not as invested as I am. So do I keep trying or do I move on? And that's a question you need to answer on your own.
As a good friend, as a good friend to many people in this world, if they ask me a question, I will respond. Help me understand. Blah, blah, blah. Just help me understand so I know how to help.
Yep.
I don't want to fix. Yep. That's not my job.
Right.
My job is to support.
Yep.
Help me understand.
Yep.
And then I can provide resources. I can provide people that they can talk to.
Honestly, sometimes, and you'll get this when I say this, Matt, sometimes it's just being there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not saying a word. It's
honestly,
just being next to somebody and saying, I'm here.
Yep. I hear you.
I understand.
I hear you. I understand. You don't have to fix it.
Yep.
And that has been, as a friend, as a partner, I'm not here to fix. I'm here to give support and just understand.
Yep.
That's empathy.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. and in friendships, you need to have empathy.
Yeah.
So again, those of you who are struggling with loneliness, hopefully this gives you some insight and hopefully some encouragement and some motivation to be able to establish closer friendships and not be, and again, not be lonely. I know it sucks because you feel like you're alone and there's nobody and nobody understands you, but I guarantee you, if you put some work in, you will connect with people. You will.
Yes, you will.
You will find your tribe. And that's what I like to call it. Everybody has a tribe.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That is our show.
Oh, man. That was good.
That's Loneliness Part 2. Before we leave.
Who needs a home?
Somebody needs a home.
Who is it? Who is it?
Bojax.
Who dat?
Not,
what? Wait. What?
Bojax.
Bojax.
Yes. Bojax.
Go on.
Born February 2025, so just over a year old.
Oh, it's a puppy.
It's a terrier.
Okay.
Terrier mix, male, 15 pounds. Dog friendly, yes. Cat friendly, unknown.
Young.
Kid friendly, yes.
Okay.
Activity level is high.
Yeah. A terrier. Hello.
Bojax.
Oh, come on.
I saw that face and I'm like, no way.
Come on. How could you not? How can you not? Bojax. That is.
Matt. You can take a look closer.
I just want. Come on. I'm like smitten.
I know. I was too when I saw it. Yeah.
I am smitten.
I saw that and I'm like, holy shit, this dog needs a home. I have to tell people.
I have to have
Bojax.
a conversation with Holly tonight because
Yep.
Bojax needs a home.
Bojax, DetroitDogRescue.com/adopt. Bojack. Okay, look at that.
Just do it again. Yep. See, come on.
There you go. Just look at the face and go get him. All right, folks, that is our episode. We'll be back next week with whatever. I don't have a topic yet, but we'll figure one out. So we'll be back next Monday evening, right around 8:00. Join us on Facebook Live. Again, I wanted people to check in and say hello and let us know you're listening.
Did I hear you say top 10 Olympic moments?
Oh, no, but that's a good idea, Matt. We haven't done the top 10 list in a minute.
No, we haven't.
And that's a good one.
Yes.
Since we just had the Olympics.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Remind me. Text me later.
I will text you.
Alrighty, folks. That is our show. Change your thinking, change your life, laugh hard, run fast, be kind. We'll see you next time.